So
Whoa.
it could be that, or it could be like a mass curse. Whatever it is, it's probably nasty, is my guess. Or maybe there isn't. Maybe I'm wrong. But the
Yeah.
haunted boneyard, yeah. So I would do the stone wall at Fugold if you haven't.
All
And you're
right.
doing the stone wall also at Illinois to get that gold mine. And your
Be
capital just
still. Oh, capital. Yeah, the capital also.
probably, and
Um.
the capital you probably want to do housing to get to Metropolis quicker, to be the first city to Metropolis.
Yeah.
Bring it from 9 down, turns down to 6. That'll probably make you the first. And then you get a cool, nifty monument as a reward.
I've got special buildings I can build. Prismatic spires, pillars of stylites, masters guild. In my there, I haven't seen these in my capital before.
Huh. Yeah. Well, anyways, housing and
Mhm. Should I build a prismatic spire at some point?
some point. I mean, I think that's the thing that does damage when enemies attack a city. So if your capital's getting attacked, you're probably in rough shape. It might be more useful in like Illinois someday, because Illinois should get attacked before your capital. The way your capital be
Uh,
defending would be if your
okay.
Illinois fell already. So yeah, more of an outer.
It only defends the city itself.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but you got 3 hunters, so you could do a kind of forward defense. You could even try and clear out the necromantic circle. I'm not sure I would do that though. Uh, you could send the hunters to deal with that watchtower. Capturing the watchtower would give you more like warning if something's coming. The one
Just the
that's
three
north.
hunters?
Yeah, 3 hunters versus 2 draconian crushers and hatching. You should be able to handle it. And actually, my cheetah could help if you really want a 4th unit to make sure you don't lose anyone. That and
Won't I
then
be leaving
maybe
my capital pretty defenseless?
anything that's gonna come for your capital is going to probably come from that direction, so they'll engage your units in the field first. So I wouldn't
Oh,
worry.
okay.
These units are the only way that your capital could be in danger is if something came and took Galbrand, which just grew into a town, by the way. So it would have to, and then went past it to the came up, took your fort, and then went for your capital. I think you're probably fine now that we have a better idea where the threats are coming from.
Okay.
On the other hand, there's a necromantic circle, a brigand's hideout, and a monster's den all into northeast of your capitals. That's a big, like, there's going to be a lot of hostile units coming from that direction.
Yeah.
Oh,
Should.
you're going that way for the
Oh,
watchtower?
the watchtower you said? Yeah. Is
Yeah.
there a quicker way?
I was going to say it was probably quicker if you went over the mountains instead.
Oh, you're right. I should have checked that. They'll get their next turn anyway.
Yeah. I guess this is safer if the lost souls spawn. Then at least they'll attack your hunters instead of going or wandering around.
Yeah.
Um, hmm.
Oh, Falsuriel has a quest.
Valsuriel?
Yeah,
Where is that?
my vassal.
Oh, yeah. What do they want you to do? Your
Um,
elven vassal. Yeah.
Protect the true faith. Kill Draconian martyrs. 10
Oh, it
turns. They'll give
spawned a
me a high
stack.
Griffin Rider.
4 martyr, 6 martyrs, 6 of them. That's a big army.
Where are they?
They're standing directly next to the city. 6. You don't have the
Oh, I
military
see.
forces to kill those.
Oh,
I,
wow.
I would just decline the quest. You're not going to be able to kill them.
Yeah.
You'd have to like put the capital on producing units continuously, and you might lose out on the metropolis thing. Then I
Oh,
wouldn't do
there's
it.
no consequences for declining it.
If you decline it now, yeah. If you fail or drop it later, there is. So I would just say no.
Okay.
Those units will, I think they despawn after a turn if you reject the quest. Until then, they just wander around, and you're not at war with them. I don't think.
No, they don't look like they look gray instead of red.
And to me, they actually even look green. They actually look like they belong to the city.
Oh,
So,
really?
oh, the domain owner. Yeah, they're just gray. Never mind. That was the domain owner. Yeah. So they'll wander around. They'll despawn. I'm pretty sure. And if they don't despawn, some point you can come and kill them. But they're, yeah, you won't be able to do it right now. Oh, you finished that fort. You're now getting money from the Lucky Clover Field.
Oh, sweet.
And hmm.
Should I go build another fort on those gold mines I cleared?
Gold mines you cleared? Where?
Up in the Arctic.
Oh, yeah. Um, quickest way there would probably be to go by sea, right? And then to stop by your like to disembark on the inn and take the road up to the gold
Um,
mines.
for the swimming guy, yeah. I don't know about for the worker.
The builder. Hmm.
Yeah, the builder. Because the builder can't embark this turn. He doesn't have enough movement to do
Oh, he
that.
can't do it this turn? Never mind. I thought he could do it this
Yeah.
turn. In that case, he can build a road one tile to the west towards the melons. Or even two tiles because he actually needs the health. The builder is wounded.
Oh, yeah. You can build roads on melons.
I think so. It's just a treasure site.
Okay.
Let me save, though. I don't think I saved since you beat those Archons. That would suck to have to do again. You
Yeah.
did get a little bit lucky on that fight. Could have gone much worse. It's partly
Got
because
saved?
they double saved. Yep. So
Okay.
yeah, I would build road to the melons. Yep, and that heals the builder up a little. I guess you could leave the Reed Serpent to defend the fort in case something comes along.
Yeah.
Um,
All right.
yeah. Next turn, you can have the builder go on to, well, it does passively heal, but does it have forestry? It's an elf. Of course it has forestry. Still, you could probably build a road onto the next melon next turn, just for the quickest movement, and then have it just move normally until it gets to the fertile plains again.
Yeah.
At which point it could start if you don't want to chop down the forest because elves like forests. So
Yeah. I'll try not to.
yep,
What should I build in Mistdale?
you just finished the barracks.
Yep.
Yeah, I
But
forget you got so many cities. I
only have
only have
40
three.
production.
You have four. I forget you have four cities. I only have three. Yeah.
I could maybe use a builder's hall. Could maybe rush a builder's hall.
Uh. Builders Hall. Why would you want extra production so bad?
I don't like building units in 2 turns. I like building them in 1 turn.
How much production does the city have?
40, and the Frosting Raiders and Ice Scapers are 45 and 50.
Once you clear the magma forge, it'll be able to build stuff in
That'll
one
add
turn.
10.
Yeah, which will get up to 50.
And if I get a builder's hall, I'll get up to 70. Then I can build harpoon throwers in 1 turn because they're 70.
Yeah, I'm not sure I would worry about the harpoon throwers anyways. They're the range units, but the raiders have shields and still do a ton of damage because of the frost weapons. Remember, they do like 10 damage, which is actually really high for a tier 1 infantry unit. So,
Yeah.
to anything that's not like invulnerable to frost, they're actually extremely good units. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
but a Frostling army would be decent for clearing all these ocean sites.
uh, yeah, raiders. The raiders are also good for clearing the ocean sites because they fight well at sea. I think they have fast embark. Ice Scapers, or maybe all frostlings do.
Yeah, they all.
But yeah, I mean the oceans that you're talking about is the krakens. Yeah, harpoons might have some use against krakens, I suppose.
Hmm.
Yeah, I would worry about the magma forge first, and you can deal with
Okay.
the raging maelstrom later. Those krakens are really tough to kill with embarked units because terror from the deep +6 against
Right.
ships and embarked units. So they have 18, and there's 3 of them. They have high movement, high
So I should
defense.
try to use animals instead. Swimming
Uh,
animals.
They can help, but I would just wait till you have a really big army to clear it, or bigger. I would deal with the magma forge first because
Ah.
that's
Oh,
production.
yeah.
Um,
All right.
yeah, I
Hmm.
would. Hold on, what's the race governance if you look at for the frostlings? What's the next couple levels of that?
Uh, Walls and Glacial Totem are $50 gold cheaper to build in Frosting Cities, and temples in Frosting Cities build an extra 10 mana.
So the next one is
Next one is cheaper walls and Glacial Totem. For military, it's Frostling Royal Guards have +1 defense and life stealing. I don't know what a Frosting
oh,
Royal
your
Guard is
next
though.
is your next level is protector.
Yeah, level 2 is the next one.
Frosting Royal Guards. Oh yeah, they're nasty. Higher tier pike units.
Really?
Uh
Okay.
bu- 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 Yeah, the walls is probably not worth it. So if you do the Frost and Royal Guards and then probably the temples.
Yeah.
Frost weapons inflict frostbite.
What's Frostbite do?
Gives a chance to I forget if it's to freeze you in it or just to reduce their movement or make them vulnerable to a frost. It's a pretty nice buff or debuff or whatever. Um, but yeah, Royal Guards are already pretty powerful units. Although they when they're accompany an Ice Queen, anyways. Mistdale. It's already a city. It's pretty big. But yeah, I was looking to see if there's a particular propensity towards. Yeah, I would just build an arena because archers without melee units are at risk, but melee units on their own can fight a small party. I would just build an arena and then build some raiders to deal with these dwarves on the Magma Forge.
All right.
How many turns is an arena for you?
2.
Yeah. Yeah, probably worth it to have more experienced units though, since
Yeah.
you're gonna be fighting with them for a while and probably eventually doing some higher tier.
Ah, right. So should my orc army head back to the city?
Um, with the mature reed serpent and the yeah, for now. Soon you'll be able to clear the trading post.
Or the magma forge?
Your units, some of them are pretty weak. The reed shock serpent would probably
Yeah,
get
they gotta
killed.
heal.
Uh, yeah, you're gonna need a turn to heal, anyways. But you could have the.
See.
You met the Albus to Tushari.
Hmm?
Oh, were you exploring?
Yeah, I found another air node. There's quite a bit of them around. Hopefully, I can vassalize these guys and clear this air node at some point. They're very far away though,
Yeah,
so I.
vassals you don't need to necessarily defend, unlike cities you directly own.
That's true. But
Yep.
will vassals also benefit from air nodes for?
Yeah. I mean, you'll get the
Oh, okay.
mana at least. Doesn't matter if they
Will
may
they
not
get?
get the.
Will they get
I
extra
don't think.
mana?
No, but they'll still
Ah,
be 10
sure.
mana. So
Okay.
yeah, if you send that ice scaper further along the river, there's a bridge there.
Should he get on the bridge?
Yep. Cheapest way to disembark.
Oh yeah.
Um.
They can immediately re-embark.
Yep.
Is that just how bridges work? Should he stay there or should he re-embark on the other side?
Uh. There could be stuff wandering around. He has very little movement. I would just re-embark on the other side for now.
Okay. There's something I can just barely see.
Yeah, it looks like well, some kind of rune that one of the ones you have to clear. Your other embarked, but I was gonna say that Garrison and Mistdale, you could have the orc, the shock serpent, and the penguin all move one tile further on that road, so that they can reach the magma forge in fewer turns if you do go that way, or if you need to race units to help defend Valsuriel or something, like if an enemy army pops up, that could be useful. I meant along the road, but okay, yeah.
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was trying to say yeah, defensively. I guess you could take down the Magma Forge next turn. In which case, if you're gonna clear it with your hero, yeah, your hero could probably handle it with the Shock Serpent. Yeah, actually, Mistdale, instead of an arena, you might just want to do merchandise for money, or
Our income generation's pretty great. 161 per turn.
do you have anything you can do in one turn there?
In Mistdale, no, but my most efficient thing to build would be something close to 80. So that would either be a 70 Frostling Harpoon Thrower or a 75 Shrine.
What about a laboratory?
It already has a laboratory.
Oh, how much is
It
it
started
to
with one for some reason.
an observatory? How much is that?
Observatory, 150.
Hmm. So that'd be 4
So
turns.
4 turns, yeah.
Uh,
Although that's also not a. It's not inefficient. It's just long. They'll only be missing out on 10.
hmm. You might eventually want a temple in the Frosting City, because Frosting Temples are worth, like, more mana than anywhere else.
That's true. That's true. And I
And you keep
could use
talking.
shrines. Although I'm not as poor as I was because I've lost a lot of animals.
Hmm.
But I'm still getting propped up by the mana you're selling me.
Yeah. Or, yeah,
So,
no, actually, that's not the most efficient. It has 40 production right now, right?
yeah.
And it's going to have 60 next turn after you clear the Magma Forge. Or 50. No, only
Am I
50.
going to clear it next turn?
Probably. How happy is the city? It's happy. So it's 15%. Uh, so is there anything that
Hmm.
costs like between 80 and 90?
I guess I
85 or
can let my baby shock serpent sit out. Between 80 and 90?
mm-hmm.
Doesn't seem like it.
Mm.
Yeah, everything's 75, 50, 125, 100, 150, 45, 50. 70. Yeah.
And how long until it grows again?
19 turns.
19
If I
turns.
build housing, it'll be 13.
Can it build a
Like,
harbor? Or
I don't have
that
that.
requires advanced seafaring, I
uh
guess.
I think.
Yeah, I think that's advanced seafaring now that I think about it. Basic seafaring lets you can it can't build any ships yet?
Hmm. That would be under units. I don't see any ships, nor do I
Frigates.
see any unique buildings.
So it must not be till advanced seafaring that you can build. I would have sworn you could build frigates at basic seafaring for cities that are next to
I
water
should
like
be
that.
able to. Frigate warship in cities with a harbor. I don't have a harbor.
Uh
How do I get a harbor?
it's a building that I think requires advanced seafaring.
Harbor. But then why would requires builder's hall. There it is.
Oh.
Okay. That's why I don't see it.
Ah. Yeah. And a
Yeah,
frigate
there it is. Under
could
harbor.
really help with clearing some of these.
Should I build a builder's hall? It'll be 3 turns.
How much? It's 100, and the
Yeah, it's 100.
current city's current production is what again?
40.
40, and it'll be 40,
I
50.
I could rush it. It'll go from 300 to 200 happiness. That's not a threshold, is it?
No, the
So it'll just cost me
thresholds.
a lot of money.
Are there any really expensive things that the city needs? I could use.
Super expensive. Most expensive is the dolmen and the observatory.
Hmm.
Oh, observatories give you domain.
Yep. Expand the
Huh.
domain. That's one of their main uses. Um.
Or a war hall. That's 125.
Oh yeah, and that would. Yeah, we were just
Royal
talking.
Guards and Mammoth Riders.
Royal guards. They're
Crossbow Riders, all guardhouse.
yeah, they're tier 2 pike units. Uh.
Hmm. I do have 0 war halls.
Yeah, and that'll let you train mammoths. Yeah, I would do
Yeah.
a frosting war hall. That's 125,
Oh,
right?
yeah. For 4 turns, or should I hurry it? It'll cost me
Uh,
150
I
to
would
hurry
no,
it.
just do it now. It'll actually be 3 turns after you clear the magma forge. It's perfect. And that
Just
then you
build it
can.
out.
Yep, I would just build it. Start building it now. You clear the magma forge next turn. It'll be 3 turns total. Then you can build a riders hall in 1 turn, and then you can train trooper level mammoth riders, which are ridiculously powerful. You saw how like what the stats were on those mammoth riders before.
Yeah.
You can just brutalize, well, whatever, but some of these brigands, some of these things defending nodes,
I
they're
think a
quite
builder's
efficient.
hall, building a builder's hall first could help for that 20 production towards the war hall and the mammoths.
Um, you're
Hmm.
you're going at 50 production.
Is that how much mammoths are worth? I imagine
I
they're pretty pricey. Unless
yeah,
they're
it's
less.
going to. You're not going to be able to 1 turn mammoths. You're going to have to do 2 turns either way. So the builder's hall would just be excess overflow.
Okay.
There's
All
no
right.
reason to do the builder's hall for the mammoths. Yeah, I would do the war hall. Strong military. If you show up with a couple of mammoth riders, you can make your military
Yeah,
much
they cost
stronger.
one. Oh, they cost 110 though. So
Yeah,
it'll be three
and
turns if I'm at
well, you're
50.
you're gonna be at
Hopefully,
50
hopefully
very
I'll grow
soon,
into that.
and once you get the city up to the next happiness level, I think it should be 55, which will 2 turn it.
Yeah. Okay.
To get to the next happiness level, or maybe, yeah.
Maybe I should cast a population growth spell on this city now that it's mine. Oh, I've got
Yeah.
the spare mana. Should I? Oh, should I swap out a summon wild animal for that to
No,
fertile
I would
domain?
just, I would, wild animal. That's a very expensive spell to upkeep. But yeah, Warhol riders. Don't forget you can rush units too. You could rush a mammoth now and then. You're not going to be
Okay.
building a ton of them because they're so
I could
expensive and so.
cancel one of my fertile domains. I don't think Falsuriel needs it that badly anymore.
I mean, it's still nicely located, and it can bring that Heart of the Glades in its borders. Um,
Yeah, that's true.
and the paste berries eventually, and the melons. Yeah, I would. Um, and it makes its tribute and its base income and such more expensive. I mean, more valuable. Yeah, I would leave it the way it is. I would do a Warhol because even just a Mammoth Rider now and then can you can rush him now
All
and
right,
then. Um,
got one more crossling to explore with.
yep. Just explore on the. Oh, you up on the.
Yeah, it's on a
Ah,
bridge right now.
an Obsidian Vern dedicated to evil. It's a black dragon basically, and two
Yeah,
Phantasm Warriors. Some melons. Interesting.
shouldn't it be concealed? Oh, this is volcanic, not blight. Never mind.
Yep.
Okay, embark again.
Yeah, might as well. See what's further on the river. Yeah, having a frosting city on the lake like that's gonna be valuable. You can train raiders and send them down the rivers, and I mean that's exactly what they're spec'd for. Is for like showing
Yeah.
up with boats, quickly disembarking, and murdering units near unsuspecting units near the coast. So they can raid up and down the rivers. You might be able to mess with the AIs if they have any cities on this river network. And it's very safe exploration. You don't have to worry about like it's coming and murdering your scouts when they're on the river the same way I do with my overland scouts.
Should
Um,
I attack the flow rock quarry now, or should I just stay by it for this turn?
Stay by it because I'm trying to get the Flowers of Solace and get my army ready to help you clear it. How many turns do you have left on that quest to deal with the frostings? The ones
I
that
want to
ran
say
away?
5. Let me check. Yeah, 5.
That's plenty of time, and they might come back. They ran away, but they might, wander back over
Yeah.
because they're not that smart. And they are gonna stay near the city that gave the quest. So, um, oh,
Hmm?
what are you doing?
Didn't you want me to move my army there?
uh, I wanted you to grab the Flowers of Solace because of the debuffs, and you want your whole army
Oh.
stacked up so that they all benefit from it. That's exactly.
Ah. Hmm.
That's not at all what I would have done, sending Shira ahead of everyone else.
Yeah, I should have merged them beforehand. Shoot. I forgot I needed that too, honestly. I yeah. Okay, well, let's see. Hopefully she still has the movement. She has the movement to walk back and forth. I don't know if the rest of the army does. That's gonna suck if they don't.
I mean, I needed it for my units. You need it for yours. Shoot.
Yeah, you need it more though, because of the terrain. That's why I forgot about it. I guess mine also need it less because of the bard will help make up for it.
Um.
I'm just gonna send the rest of the army onto her tile.
Can they
Yeah,
make it
it's
there?
getting a little late. I haven't been thinking. Ah, shit! They're literally just one tile too slow to
Oh
move
no,
back.
this is perfect. So, oh well, no, you can have them all go into Flowers of Solace this turn.
Yeah,
Yep, it's not perfect, but it works, right?
but they can't
And
make it back. It's a little annoying.
yeah, I needed to get Flowers of Solace anyways. So,
You've got enough movement to get there and back, though, don't you?
next turn I'll just barely be able to get my stack onto one of the flowers, and maybe next to the quarry. And then and then the turn after that, uh, you can
Yeah, I guess.
attack.
Well, if I initiate the battle, it wouldn't make a difference. But I figured if
Uh,
mine were there, then you could have initiated it on your turn.
you probably actually, um, it's probably better units heal at the end of their turns. Um, I do have a chariot that's still healing. So it would actually be very marginally better if you did on yours. But yeah, most of that was just screwing up the movement. You could have done the flowers that that were nearer, I guess. I was gonna do the southern. Yeah, you could have got the other ones. I'm not sure where did they start their turn on the watchtower.
The army did, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4,
She
5,
started the
6,
turn way up by that gold mine.
3. Yeah, you could have ended your turn on next to the floor, Corey, having done the flowers if you hadn't screwed up the bard's movement. It's not a big deal. You lost a total of maybe 4 movement. Um, and it means that I can't clear the full target on my turn. It'll have to be on your turn.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I'll give me a chance. Next turn, I'm casting Raise Militia, and that'll soak my casting points. But then they regenerate at the end of the turn. So on your turn, I'll have casting points. I can cast spells with my hero. My country leader is in the stack, so she might cast spells. Because this
Yep.
big beetle, it's not going to kill anything, I don't think, but it would be nice to not suffer as much damage.
So this prospector down here, how many tiles can they move without opening this wall up to movement?
Oh, the one that's digging?
Yeah.
Uh, it can move one more to the west, which is conveniently will mean that if you build a wooden fort there, it'll be able to get the gold mine even before you put a city.
Ah, okay.
So, since you probably can't mess with the settler right now because you need to prepare for the next Archon attack, probably.
Yeah.
Which means Well, you want stone walls for the domain. You want. Speaking of which, something you can do this turn. Yeah, I would just have the prospector come back towards the city. Anyways, probably needed for defense.
Okay.
Go back down the tunnel with Doug. Or, yeah, I guess you could do a little digging to the east before you go back. You have a little time. Dig another tunnel for another city next to the cave, nearer the cave entrance or something. Um, but yeah, I was gonna say while you're looking at the underground, you're still down here.
Yep.
Um, you can gather your 2 heroes on those ancient runes, and the 4 and well, actually, maybe not the wounded axeman and the vampire
Maybe
spider
swap out the wounded axeman for
for the full
the
health one.
prospector or the full health one.
I would say for the full health one, I would bring the
Okay.
vampires. I would bring the 3 full health axemen, the vampire spider, and your 2 heroes to the ancient ruins.
Okay.
Vampire spider, the ability to web stuff is really nice if it succeeds, and if it doesn't, it still sets up flanking. So,
All right.
yep.
we do this battle, or I feel like I'm getting a little tired. It's getting a little bit hard to think. I don't want to
Um,
screw up stuff again. Could be a good time to call it.
yeah, probably set it up for next turn. Your prospector can, on the other hand, you can leave the axeman on the city in case of like, I don't know, wandering brigands or something. It doesn't hurt to have a unit on the city. But I was gonna say your prospector could go down the hasteberries because they've regenerated, right? Already.
Yep.
And then it can go and dig a little more tunnel for a little more money.
Okay.
Um,
At the bottom.
uh, hold on. So it's looking, so yeah, I would go down the tunnel a little bit and then maybe dig another branch to the, let's see. Each movement is 4 and it's 6. 13, so yeah, maybe 3 more down and then, or 2 more down the tunnel at least, and yeah, 3 more just to not crowd the other city. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, because what you can end up doing is eventually, well, you may dig a little um, further down that tunnel you were digging before when you had to double back because the Archon Titan. And so you can have
Yeah.
two Cs. You can have one at the end of this little branch tunnel and one at the end of that long tunnel. And you only have to defend the tunnel entrance unless like the AI shows up an army that can do
Uh,
tunneling.
yeah.
But
Okay.
it's relatively safe against like wandering things or the Archons. They probably won't go all the way down this tunnel just to deal with like, and you probably won't found the city until after you clear the Archons
Yeah.
anyways. But it's,
Okay.
yeah, it's something. Um,
All right. I
just
can do a little bit more exploring with the ghoul baby shock serpent.
yep.
Castle of the Lich King.
Yep, mythical level to clear. Definitely can't do that, but yeah, but yep, can still go 3 more tiles down the road. This is a real long road. I expected it would have ended at like a dead end or something sooner.
Yeah.
That's good to know. This could be a security risk if it like pops up some next to something dangerous, or there's got to be a cave, another exit somewhere down this
Yeah.
if it goes this far. Yeah.
Probably.
Um. But yeah, so you're set up with your heroes to clear those ancient ruins. Your prospectors digging. Oh, your other prospectors also getting ready to dig another branch tunnel. Uh,
Yep.
which you can, yep, set up another city. Probably not too close to Galbrand or you'll crowd it, but you want to put a little
Yeah.
distance from the other city site.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and get a little money from the
Would
digging
it be good or bad to connect it with the
with the tunnel
cave entrance at
entrance.
some point? Yeah, that way I can more swiftly move dwarves up to the surface.
I guess that does come out in a relatively safe area, so it wouldn't be, yeah, it wouldn't be terrible to connect it, I suppose.
Yeah, because we're both gonna have like a city or two up there.
Yeah, so you could do that. Um,
You know, a watchtower up here would be okay. Would be kind of handy.
a watchtower up there.
Yeah, and this. Well, I don't know.
There's no
Stuff
real
can't come.
threats.
Yeah, they can't. Will. So like Bragging hideouts and stuff. Do those just show up? Can they just spawn in this dark area?
In the Fog of War, I don't think so. I think it's just the ones that were at map generation. Once you've
Okay.
cleansed the map of like brigand hideouts, no more brigands will spawn, kind of thing.
Oh, they don't come back? Okay. I
Uh,
thought I thought it was like Civ barbarian things where you had to like
no.
watch for them and keep the stuff
I
empty.
think brigands might be able to set up brigand hideouts like if they are on and like the actual brigand units. I'm not
Like
sure.
players?
Yeah,
Like
like
player brigands?
I know I'm
Like
saying like the brigands if they wander around they might randomly spawn new hideouts. I'm not sure, but I
oh
know they
no.
don't just. I'm almost certain they don't just pop up in the fog of war unless a brigand
All right.
makes it there. So
Yeah.
that area is pretty. That's a safe valley north of your
Okay.
capital,
All
mostly
right.
safe. The main threat is something wandering from the east over those mountains, which is highly unlikely because it's a high movement
Yeah.
cost. So, and if you take that watchtower that's being guarded, you'll have tons of advance warning if something's trying to cross the mountains there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. It's just a nice, safe, forested valleys that you can pop down some dwarven cities, and the
Yeah.
dwarves will love the mountains. They'll go digging into them, I guess, for
I got a pretty
gold and.
defensive start with all these
Yeah,
mountains here.
I'm on the verge of like. There's an Eldritch circle near me. There's a brigand hideout. There was a undead summoning circle that we cleared. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I've had to constantly fight stuff, which I guess fits as the as a warlord
Oh, what's that thing next to the halfling city?
thing.
Got like tentacles coming out of it. A site.
Next
Yeah,
to
it's
the
like
half.
Fairfields to the northeast.
There's something near Fairfields. I don't see anything near Fairfields.
No?
I don't see anything with tentacles. What are you talking about?
Like a enemy spawning site, whatever they're called.
Oh, you're looking at the strategic map? Yeah, that's an Eldritch circle. It spawns
Oh, that's what that is?
high.
Oh.
That's like what spawned the mature shock serpent earlier. I had to kill,
Oh.
or was worried about killing it. I don't know if I actually ever tracked that down and killed it. It might still be wandering somewhere. That's
Mm.
why
Oh.
I've got garrisons in the western forts, because I don't know what's
Yeah.
going to come out of that circle.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah, the forts are pretty strongly garrisoned though. They got 3 sun guards and a shredder on one. Another has a 1 sun guard, 3 cheetahs. So I can send the 3 cheetahs to defend the other one if necessary. It's more weak garrison because I think it's less likely to be attacked. Uh, yeah. So you've moved most of your units, or what's it telling you to move now?
Um, ONS's army?
Oh, which is just on the underground ruins.
Yeah. And the prospector. But he can only backtrack, so
Oh, you can the you're talking about that one? Yeah, you just press the wait button, and that'll make him stop, remove him from the queue for the turn.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would
Yep.
do on the prospector.
Okay. Looks like
Um,
it's just it looks like it's just the ancient ruins then.
yeah. Okay, so that's the time for next time we play it, I guess. You can clear the ancient ruins, see what's on it there, gain some
Yep.
knowledge. And when the city completes the stone walls, then you'll gain the knowledge income from it.
Yep.
I mean, that city's got a lot of treasure sites near it. And then there's still the trading post. Don't forget, that's worth 20 gold a turn. So after you've cleared
Oh yeah.
these
I
ruins,
gotta
and
clear that.
yeah, I
A
figure
lot
if
of
you,
humans.
yeah, you clear these runes and then maybe some of your units have gained veterancy at that point. Um, that is a sizable army of humans, yeah. So you might want to wait until you have a few more units, just because, like the cavalry and the cavalry train into knights. Interesting. But yeah, they got 2 long swordsmen and an archer, priest. Um, yeah, dwarven axemen are tough little fricks, so you can probably take it soon. I mean, you had your axemen surviving hits from the Archon Titan, and just like, come at me, bro.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, they're definitely tough.
Armor, shield, and high defense. So, all right. Well, folks in YouTube, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's almost long enough. Maybe I'll cut this in two. Take care of each other. Be kind to yourselves, and may you always find a guiding star to lead you home. Till next time, it's Northstar. I do, and best luck to y'all. Um, I guess tune in next time, and we'll clear those underground runes. Let me just save it. And good luck.